If you're a heat and air conditioning technician, or you're a salesperson, should you do side work? And why does this matter? This is a fantastic question. I'm Scott Silvenbell, coming to you live for HVAC Technician Sales Secrets on a perfect day to talk about sales and business and a fantastic day to talk about you. Coming to you live from Sacramento. All right, I have ran into this when I was a technician, even when I was a salesperson throughout the year. But it really ramps up in the middle of summer and in the middle of winter. And the reason I bring this up is this will happen to you in the next 30 to 60 days. So you go out, you meet Mr. Smith, Mrs. Smith, Mr. Jones, Mrs. Jones, and you give your diagnosis. You got a bad contactor, you've got a bad capacitor, you got a bad fan motor, whatever the mix is, okay? And the person says this weird vague statement. What would it be after hours? What do you mean what would it be after hours? Or what would that price be on the weekend? And you may not know that what that person is asking you to do is to come back after hours and put those parts and pieces in, and you do the work and then you get paid, right? One, completely out of bounds for them to ask that question. 100% out of bounds for them to ask that question. Two, completely wrong for you to agree to do it. Your company spent marketing dollars. Your company put goodwill towards the marketplace. Your company said, hey, I'm going to trust that you're going to go out. I'm going to trust that you're going to use the truck stock. I'm going to trust, this word trust keeps coming up for a reason. I'm going to trust that you're going to do the right thing. And as an employee, you do have some responsibilities to make sure that you are doing the right thing. And occasionally, your owner may put a sting operation in place to catch people doing work on the side. So today, right now, make your decision. I'm not going to do side work. Make your decision that when somebody calls you out and says, hey, I want you to come back after hours, I want you to come back on the weekend, or I want to pay you cash right now, meaning I get a discount and I get it done for less, that you're going to say, I'm sorry, I don't do that. And the reason I bring this up is there are struggles that we all go through in life, right? I have them, you have them. And sometimes cash flow does this, up and down. And I promise this is going to happen to you on a day where you're looking at your bank account and you're like, I've got $1,000 in my bank account and I got $1,100 in bills. And Mr. Smith, Mrs. Smith, Mr. Jones comes to you and says, I'll do this thing for you if you're willing to do it at half price. And if you've already made this decision, then you don't have to worry about it, okay? Super important day for you. And this right here is why you should join HVACTechSecrets.com. I'll give you the goods, not in the Facebook group, not in the YouTube channel. So I got content all over my video channels about make sure that you do the right thing for the homeowner. I also have to reinforce, make sure to do the right thing for the company that you work for. Make sure that you are honest with the owner, that you're honest with the manager, and you're not doing side work. Now, there's a couple reasons why I bring this up, okay? One, that company may be liable for the work that you do depending upon the state that you live in. In California, I'm going to give you the California rules. That employee, even though that they're not there or during the hours, that lead got them there from the company. The company's liable for it. The company's liable for whatever damage that they did if an attorney really wanted to argue it. Right, you start looking, an attorney is going to be $500 an hour, $750 an hour, times 10 hours. One of these cases can cost $5,000 to $7,500 easily when you start wrapping up court fees, okay? Two, when you get down to it, what happens if you get hurt? Well, you're at that property. The dog bites you. You fall through the ceiling. You burn yourself. You puncture yourself with a tool. Now what kind of recourse do you have? Right? You don't have workers' compensation because you weren't on the job. You were doing stuff on the side. And you can't go back to the employer and say, yeah, I was doing this on the side. Can I turn this in? They're going to go, no. And by the way, you're fired. You have ethical and moral responsibility to make sure to do the right thing for not just your client, but also your company. So, last on this list, okay? Sometimes a homeowner will say, well, show me how to put this part in and then sell it to me off the back of the truck so that you're not doing it. And you can just say, it fell off the back of the truck, right? Still the wrong thing to do. You will get caught up in the worst time at the worst moment. This never happens at a good time. You're going to get out of your vehicle. You got a bill due. You're going to get a phone call from your significant other. Honey, we spent up all the money. Make that decision right now because it is super importante and you don't want to get caught up in these games. Do the right thing for your client. Do the right thing for your company. You got one of three things to do from here. Just one of three. Find the subscribe button, click on it, and every time I send another video, you'll get an update. 2, hit follow. 3, share this video with a friend. And as a bonus, good for you sticking around, there is going to be the homeowner that comes to you and tries to justify after you tell them, no, these things are too expensive. Your company only pays $7 for this part. They're never going to miss it. You don't have to worry about this. I'm not going to tell anybody. You will get caught. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.